shit. There we go. You guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me on this junk box that I call a computer. Let me know if you can hear me. I don't know how long I'll be up on, but we'll try to stay on as long as possible. If I promoted conspiracy theories, I'd have a lot of money for a new computer. But unfortunately, I don't promote conspiracy theories, so I don't have new Apples and new good shit like other people who are running, you know, $5,000 rigs and driving BMWs now. So unfortunately, telling the truth doesn't pay well in America. Unfortunately, so is what it is. The biggest gimmick going right now, there's a GoFundMe for a wall. Don't donate to that. Do not donate. That's a scam. People, don't be stupid. You're not going to go fund me a wall, okay? First of all, whenever people donate to something like that, a government entity, that money has to go before Congress, right? And then it gets appropriated from there. Your money is going to fill the Congress coffers, who are going to be taken over by Democrats, and they're going to spend your money on other shit. So if you're giving to that, you're fucking dumb. Sorry, just letting you in on a little secret. That wall will never see that money. You're filling the DNC up with all kinds of good buckets. So $500,000 has been given to the Democrats so far. If you're going to start something, do your research. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane that people would give money to the Congress right now. You're just throwing your money in a bucket. It will never see the light of day on a wall. Another thing that's going on is the take a look at this shit. You want to get pissed off this morning like everybody else that knows me, that is pissed off along with me? Take a look at this shit. This shit will piss you right off. Take a look at this shit. This shit will make you mad. Anyway, so the lady who was rushing the border has been let into the United States. Let into the United States. Walked right through the front door. Her and her 5 children are now in San Diego, living comfortably off the American dollar. So they're now Americans, migrants, and allowed in. Matter of fact, in the last a week, a lot of them migrants have been let into the United States. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that. Yeah. They're not going to tell you these things. They lie to you. They lie to you. This is what I'm talking about, you know? It's utterly crazy. Yeah. Yeah. So here we are. She's now part of the American she's now part of the American culture. So as all these migrants get let in, sorry folks, we're losing that war. I don't care what anybody says. We're losing the war on migration. We're losing the war on migration. Now, any woman with 8 kids can run across the border and charge the border, and they'll let them in. They'll let them in. Here we are. Here we are, folks. I'm having my coffee this morning. You know, a lot of people are saying, Zero, why are you being anti-Trump? I'm not being anti-Trump. I'm being anti-policy, and I'm being anti-establishment. There's a big difference. I don't follow blindly because everything has the Trump administration written on it. I refuse to do that. I believe in America First agenda. And I think there's a big difference between me and my friends out there. They'll swallow any load of shit that the Republicans have to dish out right now. I don't know why, but they'll just fucking swallow it. I'm not like everybody else. I'm going to complain where I need to. Where I think complaints should be given, I'm going to complain. So, you know, here's the problem. They're letting the horde come into this country because they don't want it on the news. And let's go ahead and say who's letting the horde into the country. It's not the Democrats. It's not the states. It's the Trump administration. Let's be real. There are people in that administration that aren't good people, that have different agendas. And I think it's time we start breaking down the administration for who's in there and what their agenda is. Because there's some people in there that aren't good people. Let's just call it what it is. And in order to get these people out and oust them from the Trump administration, we're going to have to start going through their cabinet one by one and who they are, what they represent, what they're doing, what policies they're pushing. I think the problem is we've been following blindly, without questioning anything. And because Trump's at the head of the reins in the government. That's not how it works, folks. I'm sorry. I hate to bust some bubbles this morning, but that's not how it works. We must question policies at all times. You cannot follow blindly. And that's, you know, that's the biggest problem that's going on right now. You have people following blindly. They don't question anything because it's got Trump's name on the end of it. It's absolutely insane what is going on. I look around Twitter and they're like, okay, Trump wanted it that way. Okay, Trump wanted it that way. Sorry, guys. I'm not that guy. I'm a vocal person. If I see something that I don't agree with any administration, I'm going to say something about it. And I disagree with letting hordes of migrants into this country because they're rushing the border and you don't want it on the news. Because you don't want it on the news, you're letting these people cross the border. That's not acceptable. Let's talk a little bit about Michael Flynn yesterday. Michael Flynn and my take on it. We've heard everybody else's take, but here's my take. Okay, so Sullivan at the hearing says, what do you have to offer? If you have anything to offer Mueller, you need to leave the room. And you need to talk to your lawyers about it. So Michael Flynn leaves the room. On his own accord, right? He could have pled out yesterday. He didn't need to stay. He could have just said, I just want to be done with this. But Michael Flynn left the room with his lawyers, and evidently he's got more to offer the prosecution. I'm not making that up. This is what happened in court. Whether you're trying to read between the lines or make something out of something that's totally... read the transcripts from court, man. This is not a game. This guy is fighting for his life. And he's trying to avoid jail time. And let me tell you, what that judge was about to do to him was give him jail time. That judge had his mind set on giving him jail time yesterday. I could tell by the way the court case was going. It was not going to end well for Flynn. I don't know what that judge saw. I'm not a mind reader. Everything is sealed, so we don't know everything. This is the trouble with the eggheads out there that are guessing. We haven't seen all the information to this day. That's why I say Mueller should release it all. Let the American people see what they have, right? So anyway, we don't have all the information, but what we do know is that judge saw something. And he was pretty hard on Flynn yesterday. I don't know what he saw. I don't know. Just like none of these talking heads know. They're all guessing. If you ever listen to an interview on CNN, Fox News, even these pundits that are on Periscope and things like that, they can never 100% say what they know, because they don't, right? What we do know is that Judge Sullivan was about to be really, really hard on Michael Flynn. And it looked like jail time coming his way. I mean, this guy went almost on the lengths of calling it treason. And it took Mueller going in and setting the record straight. And let me say, Mueller was good to do that. He didn't have to do that, but he went behind closed doors with the judge and said, look, Michael Flynn, although he made bad judgments, He is not committing treason. So there was that part of the Mueller or thing that people aren't talking about, but I want to go ahead and recognize that fact that Mueller did go behind closed doors and kind of go for bat for Michael Flynn and say, look, it wasn't treason. It was some bad judgments. So what Michael Flynn has to offer, I don't know. But evidently it's good enough where they see, some fruition to this testimony that Michael Flynn has. So, I mean, if you're looking at the Michael Flynn case from a standpoint of, the legality of it, prosecution doesn't usually say come back to the table unless you have something to offer. Very seldom will you see that in a court hearing. If that prosecution was done with Michael Flynn, they would have said, hey, look, we've gone as far as we're going to go. Let him plead out. Let's get this over with. So evidently, Michael Flynn has a little more to offer. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you. I can only tell you what happened in court yesterday. And what happened in court yesterday was the prosecution and Michael Flynn got together, and he has more to offer. I'm not a Mueller fan, but what I can tell you, and I told people this long ago, I said, don't underestimate Mueller. Mueller is a fucking pit bull. And people took him as a joke, and they still do. They don't get Mueller. They don't get the guy. The guy will climb on faces. I've said this time and time again. He doesn't care how he gets there. He doesn't care how he gets to the truth. He will climb over 1 million faces to get to the truth. He'll lock. I mean, look how many people he's locked up. If you tell me that we're winning, I'm going to look at you and laugh because we haven't won anything. Mueller is running circles around everybody. And that is a fact. Whether people like to admit it or not. How many people on the Trump transition team has he gotten? We're losing, folks. Not one Hillary Clinton indictment. Not one Democratic indictment that's worth a hill of beans. Nothing. What are we winning? What are we winning? I want to know. If you could tell me what we've won in the last 2 weeks, I will go ahead and shut the fuck up. But I haven't seen us win shit. And I'm tired of hearing people get on Scope and get on these news channels and talk about how we're what are we winning? Can you explain to me? And what is up with the whole America First agenda? It's switched to the UK agenda, the France agenda, the Belgium agenda. Why are Trump supporters so heavily involved in globalism now? What do these countries even matter to you? What happened to America First? People have forgotten exactly what happened and how we got to 2016. People have forgotten exactly what it's about. All of a sudden, there's a big push for this globalistic bunch of shit. And I watch it daily and I go, what are these people talking about? You know, you have dipshits putting on yellow vests. What the fuck are you doing? Like, why? Why are you going and putting on yellow vests of another country's protest? You look pathetic. You look weak. If you have to assimilate another country's culture or another country's agenda, you're fucking weak. You're fucking weak. I don't want to see people with yellow vests. I can tell you I've done research on the yellow vests, and they're not the people that people are thinking of. There's very few conservatives in the yellow vest movement. Although there were a couple, it's full of anarchists, it's full of leftists, and it's full of the foreigners that have been brought into Europe. So if you think the yellow vest is a good movement, you're mistaken. You don't even read up their agenda. It's not that good. They're complaining because they're not getting more free shit. They're not getting free education. You're supporting a leftist movement without even realizing it. But this goes back to conspiracy theories, right? This all goes back to conspiracy theories and why this shit gets pushed. You know, like I said, if I push this conspiracy theory or that conspiracy theory, I'd have a brand new computer. I wouldn't crash out all the time. And I'd have thousands of dollars rolling in. I would have a brand new Apple computer, top of the line video equipment. I would have a brand new Mercedes-Benz like all the other guys. I would be fucking rich, right? As Dave Chappelle would say, I'm rich because I did it the wrong way. I could have all that. I could totally join that movement and nickel and dime everybody with bullshit fantasies and lollipops and oranges, but evidently I like being poor. Poor and honest. Poor and honest, man. It's a hard life, man. Being poor and honest is different. You know, I'm getting ready. Hopefully I land this job in the next couple days, I'm hoping. And then I won't have to rely on platform money so much. And then I can really say what I want online and not give a shit. And I won't be like everybody else that's spreading lies for fucking nickels and dimes. I can just say what's coming off the top of my head and be totally honest. That's the problem with platforms. You have to, you know, if you don't have another source of revenue, you have to spice it up, right? You have to lie to everybody. Unfortunately, honesty doesn't pay off. It just doesn't, folks. I'm learning that. Corruption's where the money is. Corruption is where the money is. If you can lie to everybody and be straight-faced about it, you'll make some money. I guess that's the way she goes. Nothing I can do about it. That's the name of the game. Lying. Lying. We should be going after this government taxation without... Well, a fool is a fool, right? Who wants to fund a wall? That's another thing. Why would you want to fund a wall when your taxes already cover that? You're showing the government you can pay more taxes. That's all you're doing. You're opening up. You're opening up the door to showing the government that you can pay more taxes, right? That's what you're doing. You're opening up the door to pay more taxes when you're funding this wall. The government's got their eye on that. They're like, oh, these suckers are giving money. Look at this. That means these suckers will pay more taxes, man. Let's raise taxes on them. They're willing to pay for walls and this and that. Are you foolish? Are you foolish? Your taxes already cover that shit. Don't give money to that. You're just showing the government that you're willing to pay more money. Why would you even think about that? Trump tweet? I'm kind of sick of Trump's tweets lately. I haven't even been able to look at them in the last 24 hours. I'm tired of hearing about it. Honestly, I can look at it. What did Trump tweet now? I don't really care anymore. Mexico is paying indirectly for the wall. Yeah. We've heard it all before. NAFTA, blah, blah, blah. That's what I'm talking about, man. There's no new substance. It's always the same thing. Mexico's paying for the wall through NAFTA. How about just build the fucking wall already? I'll take that, okay? You know, all this talking and tweets and stuff, it only goes so far, folks. It only goes so far. Time to put actions into words into action. I don't want to hear fucking tweets. I want to see fucking bulldozers and cranes down at the border. You know, you can tweet all fucking day long about borders and walls, but it ain't building shit, okay? So let's put it that way. I'm not anti-Trump. I'm get the shit done. Get the shit done. Do what we elected you to do. That's not being anti-Trump. That's holding the person you hired for a job to get the fucking job done. Because let me tell you what happens in January, and I'm going to be bluntly honest with people. In January, it's over. If this wall is not started by the time January hits, you can fucking forget about that wall. You can kiss that wall goodbye. It's done. It's not happening for at least 2 years. And 2020 will be the next shot. Even if we get that far. We would have to take back the Congress in order to get that done in 2020. So he's got exactly 3 fucking weeks. Not even. He's got 2 weeks to get this on the table. That's it. If it's not on the table in 2 weeks, we'll see in 2020, and we'll see what happens then. That's the only way a wall's getting built. If you think Congress is letting that through, good fucking luck. His hands are going to be tied. It's over. And like I was talking to my good friends the other day, well, just yesterday actually. Remember George Bush and his famous "Read my lips, no new taxes"? Well, that's going to be the slogan in 2020. Read my lips, no new wall. That'll be the slogan, and people won't forget. Now, a lot of this lies on the Senate and the Congress too. Remember, they blocked it. We had it all. We had it all. Let's lay blame here. It's not really the Democrats' fault. It's the fault of the Congress and the Senate. They refused to do their job. The Congress and the Senate refused to do what we sent them to do. It all boils down to that. We had it all. We had the Congress. We had the Senate. We had the presidency. All three. We had the trifecta. The golden trifecta was had. At that time was the time to pass the budget, put the wall up, and be done with it. They had it all. Instead, what were they fighting about? Let's be real. Hillary Clinton's emails and Hillary Clinton's servers and the Clinton Foundation. So instead of, repealing Obamacare, building walls, doing the America First agenda, they were too busy complaining about the fucking Democrats. Why bother to do the work you were sent to do? Why bother to do the work you were sent to do? I blame the whole party. I don't just blame one person. I blame the whole fucking Republican Party. I'm done with this. I'm going to blame that one. I'm going to blame this one. If these fuckers as a whole can't get their shit together, put the blame on every fucking last one of them. It is time we stop blaming one or two people. We just fucking blame them all. We blame them all. That's right. Hillary Clinton was a diversion tactic. Just like a certain letter was a diversion tactic. This was all to mislead you and misguide you. And you were misled and misguided. Whether you like to think it or not. Because I'm telling you, you are not going to see a wall. Your fucking wall days are over. It's finished. Trump knows it. I know it. Anybody with half a fucking brain knows it. They're not getting the wall. Unless Trump miraculously gets a Christmas wish, or Santa Claus flies down the chimney and leaves a wall under the tree at Christmas, you're not getting a fucking wall. Let me state it again. You're not getting a fucking wall. They're already letting these guys in. Look, old Fatty with all 5 of her kids are now United States people. They're here. They were let in under the cover of night. They didn't care. They're trying to keep this as quiet as possible, so they're letting all these people in. They don't want you to know the truth. They don't want you to know the truth. And I'm sick of all of these fucking do-goody fucking, pundits out there that fucking tell you the opposite. They're so full of shit. Good luck at work. Have a great day. They're full of shit, man. They're full of shit. People keep lying. And what about paying down the debt? Right. The debt's not being paid off. It's going up. Has anybody been following what's going on with spending? It's going up. It's skyrocketing. We blamed Obama for a lot of spending. What about the spending that's going on right now? They're having a fucking field day. They gave Israel $38 billion. $38 billion. But we can't afford $7 billion for a wall? But we can give Israel $38 billion in foreign welfare and nobody's complaining about it? Nobody has a problem about it? What the fuck? Like, how do you even think that way? That you are okay with our government handing Israel $38 billion. And let's go ahead and top that off. Add another $10 billion that was just given to South America. $10 billion. Remember, the wall cost $7 billion. Whose interest do they really have? Whose interest does this government really have? And I'm talking about the American government. I put it all into one umbrella. I'm done with this. I don't care whose administration, who's running what. I'm putting the blame where it goes. They're all to blame. We were promised certain things when we elected this administration, and they're not fulfilling their promise. And Coulter's right. There's a lot of people that are right. Not everybody is wrong. And that's what a lot of these pundy fucking, just people who don't want to see the truth. They don't want to see it. They don't want to complain about it. They're just like, Trump, America first. But what's going on with America first? Nothing. Please, spare me the fucking rhetoric already. Enough is enough. I don't care what anybody says. Tell me what we've won. They say we're heading for a recession. Some of the best federal people out there on economies are saying we're heading for a recession. Everything points to it. Everything points to it. Go look. It's in all the papers. It's in Bloomberg. It's in Financial Times. All of these guys can't be wrong. All of these guys can't be wrong. So next year, if we hit a recession, whose fault is that going to be? Well, you know how it is. But hey, we keep spending, man. We keep spending. We keep giving away America's fortune. Israel really needed that $38 billion. They can't take care of themselves. America's got to fucking give up every fortune we got to foreigners. That's the problem. They never want to give to their own people. They'd rather give our fucking fortune away. That's the biggest problem. Know what I'm saying? Right, Megan? Mm-hmm. They would rather give our fortune away. Nobody wants to do anything about it. But yeah. Okay, so here's another thing too, right? Everybody's like, trust the plan. What fucking plan? What plan are you fucking talking about, dude? Like, what fucking plan are you talking about? I don't see no fucking plan. I see shit. I see shit, man. Just all bullshit. Meg's good. She's not feeling well today, but she's good. You know what the plan gets you? Fucking nowhere. Here, let me show you your fucking plan, by the way. I think people should see your fucking plan. Here's your fucking plan. Let's see. During the Trump campaign, the national security team that was on the transition team was as follows. Take a close look as I pull this up with you. Take a close look. This is your trust the fucking plan, by the way, folks. You people who say you do research are full of shit. National Security Advisory Council chairman was U.S. Senator Jeff Sessions. He's the one who actually led the national security team during the Trump inauguration, during the Trump transition. Second in command was General Flynn. He's been indicted. Next guy was Tom Stewart. He's actually been indicted for campaign finance fraud. This guy, Tom Stewart, not a good guy. Then we got KT McFarland. Remember, she got kicked out of there? She's gone now. Then we got Carter Page. Remember Carter Page? Yeah. Then we had George Papadopoulos. Yeah, remember him? But why didn't Jeff Sessions, you fucking trust the plan people? Let me ask you this, you trust the plan people. Why didn't Jeff Sessions tell Mike Flynn that FARA violations was a serious matter? Why didn't he, what was going on there? Why Jeff Sessions was the guy who became Attorney General, supposed to be an expert in the law. But yet he didn't warn Flynn of a FARA violation. He didn't say, Flynn, hey, man, you can't do that, man. You shouldn't be doing that. You better cut that out right now. Why didn't Jeff Sessions warn Flynn? Why didn't Jeff Sessions warn Flynn? This is what these buzzheads don't get. They say they do the research. We do our research. No, you do what's told to you on some message board while they hide all the other information from you. That's the problem here. You have people hiding information. Key pieces of information are being hid from the public. It's disinformation being disseminated to the public without everything being shown. They're leaving bits and pieces out, folks. They're leaving huge chunks of the whole pie out of there. And it's being done on purpose because they're building a narrative. They're building what you want to hear. They're building what they want you to see. They're not telling you everything. They're not telling you what went on with this national security team. They're not telling you the fucking truth. And they wonder why I question everything. When I see people purposely hiding information from other people, this is a problem, right? They're hiding information that they should have released to the public. The Q team is nothing but a fraud and nothing but a disinformation campaign because they refuse to share all the information that's out there. That right there, folks, is the real truth of the facts. And if you think I'm lying about this national security team, you can go ahead and look it up yourself. You can go ahead and put all these pieces of the puzzle out. There's a reason why they didn't tell you the truth. Because it didn't fit the narrative. It didn't fit what they wanted you to know. That's how I know General Flynn is in some hot water. There was also other guys around the campaign. Two guys in particular. A guy named Elliot Brody and another guy named George Nader. Now, these two guys were lobbying for Israel. They were lobbying for Qatar. So they were lobbying for all these different countries. And they had embedded themselves around the Trump transition team. It's going to come out, whether people like it or not. I really don't give a shit. It's going to come out. You can just come back and be like, hey, Zero told us all about it. But Elliot Brody and George Nader had embedded themselves around the Trump campaign people. And then they started lobbying, which is illegal. It's illegal, whether you like hearing it or not. And I don't want to hear the old hocus pocus, well, the Democrats do it. We're better than that. Of course we should be better than that. I don't want to hear an excuse where the Democrats do it. That's like the old saying, well, she did it too, you know, when you were a kid. When you did something wrong and your parents were like, why did you do that? Well, my brother did it. That's not how it works. We are supposed to lead by example. And if this corruption was going on, I want it routed out. Hey, life is life, man. Sometimes shit happens. But if these two guys got into the Trump campaign and got at people lobbying, other than Trump, because I don't think it was Trump. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be bluntly honest. It wasn't Trump. It was people around Trump. People like fucking Jared Kushner. Let me say it again. Jared Kushner. Jared Kushner will be the reason why everything tumbles, by the way. Because people don't want to look at it. People don't want to look at what Jared Kushner was really up to. And what his slimy little family was up to. They don't want to look at it. Let me tell you what Jared Kushner and his slimy little family was doing. Jared Kushner and his daddy were making deals in Israel to build. That's what they were doing. It's all black and white. The stories are out there. You can look it up. So Jared Kushner was cushioning his daddy's bankroll. He was making money for his daddy. So he got in there so he could make money for his daddy. And I hope he goes down, man. I've had my fingers crossed. I hope if he did what I think he did, I hope they fucking indict his ass and indict all his friends' asses. I don't care about Jared Kushner. Wrong is wrong is wrong. We have to lead by example. And if these guys were caving into lobbyists while they were, doing the transition, that's no shit off my back. That's their problem. I ain't here to hold up some kind of crime or prop up a crime. I'm not about that. Do I think some Democrats belong in jail? You're damn right I do. But I'll hold our own accountable before I hold them accountable. Why? Because we must lead by example. That's the problem in Washington, D.C. Nobody wants to take responsibility. If there's dirt in your own camp, you don't even want to, hey, they do it too. We should be able. No, that's not how it works, man. Did your parents raise you better than that? That's all I'm saying. You know, most people's parents raised them wrong is wrong, right is right. End of story. And that should be a Republican creed. And if that's not the Republican Party anymore, why would you even bother wanting to be in the Republican Party if you're okay with corruption? That's the point I'm making these days. Why would you even want to be in the Republican Party? That means both parties are the same. Does it really matter where your vote goes? If they can't be honest with you and they can't tell you the truth, then why would you want to even stick around? Why would either party entertain you? Why would it even intrigue you to vote either way? That's all I'm saying. And this is why I tell people, critically think, man. You got to think for yourself. You got to look at everything, the whole picture. Not just a little bit, not just what, some message board or some talking heads telling you. You got to read everything, the fine print, everything. Lobbying should be outlawed in Washington, D.C. This is how you make crooked politicians, by the way, is the lobbying. That's what makes crooked politicians, and that's what makes politicians not do what they promise. It's lobbyists. So these guys get at these guys before they even hit the doors in Congress, in the Senate, in the White House. They hit them. They get them before they even get through the front door. They're already pushing their agendas before they're even there. Look at what's going on with General Flynn. You see it. Turkey was trying to get this guy Gulen, they could have waited, right? They could have waited till Trump took office. They could have waited. But what happened was these lobbyists, these dirty, filthy, fucking rotten lobbyists, what did they do? They went and entertained Michael Flynn. If these lobbyists had not been allowed near any politicians or anybody, this would have never happened, by the way. There would have been no money promises. There would have been no money exchanges. There would have been nothing. Another story that's breaking, and this one is kind of interesting. A certain news agency, I'm not going to say it because people hate it, but I keep an eye on all the news agency. Now, a certain news agency, and I tweeted it out this morning. I didn't tweet out what news agency. I do happenings, right? I follow all the different stories that are coming out every day. I don't care about outlets or anything like that. I follow all the stories to see where things are going. But this story itself was interesting. And I'll explain why it's interesting here in a moment, because I don't think people realize. Okay, so this was Wednesday's headlines. Trump signed a letter of intent to build a Trump Tower in Moscow. And they've obtained the letter, and they've obtained his signature that's on the letter. Not going to say what outlet. It's not we'll let the story unfold itself. But here's the kicker. Trump's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, claimed on Sunday that there could have been conversations about a Trump Tower in Moscow up until November of 2016. And that while there was a letter of intent to go forward with the project, nobody ever signed it. Guys, that's not good if there was a letter obtained. I can tell you that. That's not good. I'm just saying, that's not good. How they're coming up with these documents, I don't know. Somebody's leaking somewhere. I think it's coming out of the New York AG office myself, because they have the biggest hard-on for Trump right now. But somehow they obtained that memo, which they weren't supposed to, right? I don't know how they got their hands on it, but they got their hands on it. But the problem here with that memo, if Trump did sign it, that's obstruction of justice. And Mueller is probably foaming at the mouth this morning, because Trump had said he never went through with the plans to build Trump Tower in Moscow. It's a shit show, guys. It's an absolute. I think it was Cohen too. You've got Cohen. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, it is not looking good. Everybody's like, "Don't worry about it, dude. Worry about it, man. Worry about Cohen. Worry about it." And that AG that's coming out of New York, she's a biatch. She's not playing games, man. She already took down the Trump Foundation, and now it looks like she's making a move on this Trump Tower shit in Moscow. The lady's looking for blood, and then you got Mueller looking for blood. So you have all these agencies, and now on top of that, we're going to have a Democratic House. Good fucking luck. There's going to be more investigations coming out of there than you can think, man. It's going to be crazy. But we're winning. We're fucking winning, guys. But if Trump signed that letter, I'm telling you, that's not good. If that letter is authentic and he signed it, that's not good, guys, because he told people the opposite. You cannot do that. If anything, he should just be totally bluntly honest. I know, man. He should be totally bluntly honest. You know? Yeah. He's got to be bluntly honest. That's how they're getting him, right? That's how they're getting him, because he's not being bluntly honest. I don't know who's advising him, why they're telling him to say the opposite. I just don't know. I'm losing all, like, what is going on, but he said specifically, I did not sign any letter of intent. And now they find a letter he signed with intent. That's not a good sign. That's not a way to, and is that obstruction of justice? That's a question for the legal guys, right? I don't know. I'm not a legal expert, but that is now the question being raised. If he signed a letter of intent for that Trump Tower in Moscow and still was in active talks in November of 2016, is that obstruction of justice? And is that the intent they're looking for? I don't know. I'm not a legal expert. I have no idea. All I can tell you is that shit does not look good. But hey, what do I even fucking know? I don't know anything. I'm just a guy on the internet that looks over stuff and says, look, I saw this and I see that and I see this and I see that. But, you're not supposed to talk about these things. The other pundits will tell you, don't look at that guy. You can't look at that. You can't look at that guy. We're not supposed to tell people about these things. But hey, all it takes once to get obstruction of justice. I mean, it only takes one time. Only takes one lie. Boom, it's done. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's all Congress is waiting on, by the way. They're waiting on that one lie, that one untruth, and then they're going to go for it. I don't know. I don't know what A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, or Z even think. I have no idea. I can only tell you what I think. I can think it's not looking good. It's not looking good for the Trump administration this morning, especially with the headline on CNN. I mean, it doesn't look good. I mean, let's pull it up here. Let's pull it up. And I don't care what anybody says. It doesn't look good. And CNN's been waiting for something like this, right? They just, okay, where Trump signed, yeah, right on the front page. Trump signed letter of intent despite Giuliani's claim. So Giuliani is now caught in a lie. Giuliani is now caught in a lie. That's not good. That's not good when you're caught up on a lie. It's not good. It doesn't have a good look. It doesn't have a good feel. It just doesn't. You can't lie. They had, yeah, they got the document. I do believe they released it. Let me look. If I can pull the document out, I'll pull it out. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right, let me see what. Oh yes, there's a copy. All right, let's download this document. Let's see if Trump's signature is on it. Oh my God, his signature is on it. Oh shit. Let me get this up on screen, guys. It's real. Oh my God. Hold on, guys. It's gonna take me a minute. Let's see if that. Alright, here we go. Let me get that out. Let me go ahead and pull this up. So this is the letter of intent from the Trump Organization for the Moscow. Blah 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 blah. Located in Moscow, real property to be acquired by license and to be known as Trump Moscow. And we go down, we go down, we go down, we go down. This is just all the different promises and blah 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 that they were doing. And Donald Trump's signature's right there. Boom. And he was making a deal with Andrew Ranov in Moscow. Guy, it doesn't look good, guys. Let's put it that way. It doesn't look good. I don't know how they obtained this. Like I said, it must have been Michael Cohen. And this was on October 28th of 2015. That happened. So, but Trump had said he never signed any letter of agreement or any letter of intent, and there it is right there. Letter of intent that was signed. I don't know what they're going to do about that. I got no idea, but they're now caught up in a little white lie because of Giuliani, who's his lawyer. So that's not good. That's not good because Giuliani stated specifically on several news organizations, Donald Trump never signed anything. Donald Trump never done anything. That's not good. That's not good. That looks really bad. When Rudy Giuliani went on the news and said Donald Trump didn't sign anything. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, 2015. Well, they said he was in talks all the way to November of 2016 now. And Giuliani said he never signed anything. Right? So Giuliani said he never signed anything, but now they have a letter that's been signed. So why? Why would Giuliani sign? Why would Giuliani lie about it? He had his lawyer lie about it. Same thing. If your lawyer's lying about something, you're lying about something. Let's be honest. Again, we must be honest with ourselves and ask these critical questions, man. Hate to be a party pooper, but if your lawyer lies, then you're lying. Plain and simple. I'm not concerned too much about it either, but if Mueller wants to go for obstruction, get concerned, man. Get concerned. I don't know how people aren't concerned about what's going on right now. He's still his lawyer, man. People should be concerned. I don't know how people just shrug their shoulders at everything. I don't get it. I would be concerned a little bit. I would at least raise one eyebrow and go, wow, that's kind of fucked up. Yeah, that's a letter for intent to Trump Moscow. Kumo in the video has a tape of Trump saying Fox reported letter of intent. That's it. How long was Rudy his lawyer? I don't know how long he's been his lawyer. I don't know. So he misspoke or didn't know. Well, Isn't that the same thing Michael Flynn did? Didn't Michael Flynn misspoke? Remember what happened to him, folks. Misspeaking gets you in trouble. We are not sure that document. Well, I'm pretty sure it's authentic. I'm not really even going to question that. But remember, misspeaking to the FBI or one of these guys is a bad idea. Refresh CNN. Oh, they got a hold of the tax. That's one of tax return. Oh, let me see. How Jared Congress and a Kardashian drove a justice overhaul. Where's the tax return? I'm looking. Breaking: U.S. preparing for full rapid withdrawal from Syria. Wow, we got thrown out of Syria, everybody. Alright, let's go ahead and look here. Boom, 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 boom. Refresh. Latest revelations deal a blow to Trump. Oh my God. Man, I'm telling you. Dems prepare for tax return showdown with Trump. It's coming, man. There's a bad days ahead. People don't understand. There are bad days ahead. We're having withdrawal from Syria. We're not winning, guys. I'll be honest. We are fucking not winning. I don't care what anybody says. If this is winning, I don't know. This is not winning. It's like crazy, man. Look at every headline is negative today. Anderson's gonna be winning. Trump Foundation. Trump Foundation dissolved. Flynn was. It's just not looking good. It's not. I'm sorry, man. They're gonna have his tax returns within a month. So we're a month away from seeing Trump's tax returns. Doomsday guy here. Well, I'm at least telling you the truth. I'm not lying to you. If you want popcorn, farts, and rainbows, that's down the hallway to the pundit on the left. Yes, you can go down and get your daily fucking dose of lies and cheerful, it's going to be okays down the hallway. Well, they won't tell you the truth of what's going on in America. And they won't tell you what's really going on with Trump. You can go down the hallway for that. You can even donate to them. They all drive BMWs and have high-speed computers. But they'll tell you everything's okay. And farts and lollipops are busting out everybody's asses. So we'll see you later. Have a good day. Bye-bye now. You can go down the hallway and give your hard-earned money to the fucking liars and thieves. They'll love you for it. You had a fake article last week. No, I didn't. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know who you are, Bruce, but I'm going to ban you from my scope. Say goodbye to the room, Bruce, you fucking idiot. See, fucking idiots take a ride on the fucking Zero train. Are you ready, buddy? You're out of here. Say goodbye to the room, you fucking idiot. I love throwing people out, by the way. It makes my whole fucking day. Get you out of here. Say goodbye now. This is what I do. Say goodbye to the room, Bruce. Bye, Bruce. Bye, Brucey. That's right. Bye. Boom. See, this is how you gotta treat people. See, I get these fucking Q-tards in here. These Q fucking idiots that come in and cry. And fucking cry. That's what I deal with on a daily basis in my scouts, because I don't deliver rainbows and fucking lollipops and fucking farts. If you don't deliver what they want, they get upset with you and they don't like what you're talking about. They don't like the truth. They don't like trying to understand what's going on. They just don't. They don't. You would rather be fucking lied to by all your fucking stupid fucking Q-tard friends. Yeah, that's right. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. You can fucking go. Don't let the fucking door hit you where the good Lord split you. I'm not here to fucking entertain people. This isn't an entertainment industry. I'm not going to sing to you. My wife's not going to get on and fucking do a dance and fucking fumble her fucking tits on scope for you. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Wrong fucking room. That's down the hallway. Down the fucking hallway. Take it on down. Head on out. This is where the grown-ups talk. And we talk about things that might not fucking be happy for you. Sorry. I like to let people know what's going on. If you can't handle truth and you can't handle a fact, I can't help you. I can't help that your fucking meltdown is your life. I can't help you. I can't help that you can't take information. I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm just giving information, man. I didn't make that up. I didn't write that letter of intent. I didn't sign that letter of intent. I didn't tell Rudy Giuliani to say that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say none of those things. I didn't do none of those things. That's not on me. You know what I'm saying? That's not on me. I didn't make it happen. Don't look at me. You just don't want to fucking hear it. I know. I get it. I don't want to hear it either, but it's there. What do you want me to do about it? I can't go and fucking say, it didn't happen. Oh my God. I take it back. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Yeah, I think it'll be the tax shit too if it ever goes down to it. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it, right? Can you provide links? Yeah, you can go on CNN as you can read it over there, and then I'm sure it's on all the other outlets too. Not that I give a shit, but you can go look at it. I don't lie about stuff, guys. I don't lie about stuff. You know, and you got the ballsack fans of Jeff Sessions. That's another problem too. These fucking guys that fucking don't even understand what went on. Who are fucking ballsack fans of Jeff Sessions. Who is the problem for everything, by the way. It's Jeff Sessions' fault. What everything that's going on right now is Jeff Sessions' fault. But people refuse to recognize the truth. People refuse to address the truth. That's the problem, what's going on right now. People don't want to. People don't want to look at the truth. That's the problem. Yellow jackets, I'm not going to be a yellow jacket either. I don't like their agenda either. They have agendas like free education and free this and free that. I don't like the yellow jacket shit either. I'm not liking a lot of shit these days. I just want my old Republican Party back. I'll take that, thank you. If we could get back the Republican Party of 2016, I'll totally climb on board with anything anybody's offering. But until then, I'm stuck in 2016, guys. I'm not leaving. I'm staying right where I was. I don't believe in all this hocus pocus shit. I don't believe Jeff Sessions was a good guy. I just don't believe any of it. I'm staying in 2016. That's the way it is. You know, there's a lot of shit that I question, and I don't like it. Yeah, of course Sessions is responsible for this. He recused himself. He had the power in the beginning. He had the power in the beginning not to allow the special counsel to even form. That's on Jeff Sessions. If people don't understand that by now, forget about it. It's not Rosenstein's fault either, when you really boil it down. How is it Rosenstein's fault when Sessions hired him? Hey, what do you tell? You know, it falls back to Sessions, man. He hired the guy. It's true. Look it up. Hit the Google button. You'll see. Did Jeff Sessions hire Rod Rosenstein? Fact. True. Did Jeff Sessions recuse himself after he hired Rosenstein? Fact. True. Did Jeff Sessions allow the appointment of Robert Mueller? Fact. Check. True. Come on, man. How did people not see it? If you don't by now, forget about it. You won't know until Trump's impeached. Then you'll see it. Then you'll see it. RR was part of the plan with the FBI. He was part of the plan with Jeff Sessions. Rod Rosenstein had nothing to do with the FBI in the beginning. It all goes back to Sessions. Sessions hired him, man. What do you mean? Go and look it up. People are so misinformed, man. This is what I'm talking about. People are so fucking misinformed to what went on. Like, they don't even understand, man. The FBI had nothing to do with Rosenstein getting hired. It was all Sessions. Sessions said, I'll hire you. That's who he handpicked. That's the one thing I agree with, Truth. I do. He hasn't picked some good people. He's picked a lot of freaking jackasses. A lot of the problems in the White House happened because he picked jackasses. And let's go back to what happened with Flynn. Why didn't Don McGahn... This goes back to Don McGahn. Why didn't Don McGahn sit in that room with Flynn? Why was Flynn left alone with FBI agents? Why? Why didn't Don McGahn go in there? That's a question for the ages, that Don McGahn allowed Flynn to be questioned without him being present at the questioning. Why? Why? Don McGahn knew better. He'd served in a White House before. Why would Don McGahn allow this? There's been questionable actions by some people in this administration that I just don't understand. I've been trying to figure it out. I can't figure it out. I'm just like, why would Don McGahn allow that? He knows better. It's not like he was new to politics. He had more experience than almost everybody in that White House. But yet Don McGahn allowed this to go on. And who's not there anymore? Don McGahn. Don McGahn's not at the White House anymore. There's a lot to this story people don't realize of how many fuck-ups there really were. And a lot of people don't put all this together. It's because they don't want to look at it. They don't want to look at the big picture, the bigger scope. You know, they don't want to look at it. Don McGahn fucked everything up in the beginning too. So you had Don McGahn, you had Jeff Sessions, you had a gambit of things. It was like a perfect storm up in that White House, man. You know, and Comey knew he could get away with it. He said it. Comey said it. He said, look, they're so stupid in there right now, I can send FBI agents in there and do whatever I want. Comey said it. Comey said it. Comey said that administration was too stupid to know better. And he bragged about it. He bragged about it. And he sent them FBI agents, and they did exactly what they did. He didn't even hide it at the hearing. He was like, yeah, I did it. Although it was shady as shit. It was shady as shit what Comey did, but it wasn't illegal. It was not illegal what he did. He knew he could get away with it. That's why he did it. He pushed the boundaries. Although it's sketchy, he could do it legally. And he did it. He did it. But it falls back on Don McGahn for not catching it. He was the White House counsel. Don McGahn should have been all over it. He should have been ready to counter that. The minute those FBI agents walked in that White House, Don McGahn should have been like, no, you're not doing this right now. You're not coming in here right now. Don McGahn should have shut that shit down. But he didn't. That's all I'm saying. This is hearsay bullshit. It's all truth. It's all out there. It's all out there. Read it. It's all documented now. Hit Google. Research. Research. It's all out there. You can research it. You know, Comey's getting away with it, man. Comey's not going to be indicted. If you're thinking Comey's getting indicted, he's not. He's laughing. He's laughing. He did what he did. He did what he did. There's nothing you can do about it. Oh, God, I got a troll in here from the other side. I got a troll in here from the other side. I got to get rid of this troll, guys. Are you in the... I'm in Russia, man. I'm a Russian. Thanks. I get American cereal shipped in from Russia, and then I have my bowl of Russian corn pops every morning. Yes, I live in Russia. I live in the Moscow. I live in the Moscow. Where do you live? Do you live anywhere? I live in Moscow, America. This guy's so mad. I love these guys that come in. Where are you, Russia? You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth, man. You left this. Oh my gosh, comrade. See, anybody who is critical and thinks critically, I don't like the left or some of the right. Let me be honest. Both parties are fucked up. What are you gonna tell me? Obama's a good guy? This guy will be like, Obama's a good guy. Hillary didn't do nothing. They were all innocent. And Cory Booker never fondled anybody. Come on. Come on, man. Tell me you ain't that stupid. Tell me you ain't that stupid, bro. The whole government's corrupt. When you gonna get it? It's a big game and you ain't in it. Comrade. Comrade. You are not in the game. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but Don McGahn, go back to Don McGahn. Big issue. Big issue. One of the biggest issues. Don McGahn and Jeff Sessions. The first two that fucked up. The first two that fucked up were Don McGahn and Jeff Sessions. They did not serve the best interest of the president. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Yeah, well, we're well past the Q thing, right? We're well past it. We've moved way beyond that. We have moved so far beyond the Q movement. What's to come can't be stopped now. This big snowball that's rolling down the mountain, it can't be stopped now. It's going to go all the way to the end. Mueller's going to go all the way to the end. The Congress is going to bring out the taxes, all of that. It can't be stopped now. Yeah, what are you going to do? You can't stop it. This is all going to happen no matter what. The ball is rolling. Nothing's going to be stopped. Nothing. They control it now. There's nothing you can do. You're just going to have to deal with it. Yes, I talked to Thomas. I know a lot of things, man. I know more than most people because I have a connection to Thomas. He tells me a lot of stuff. Although a lot of things I can't repeat because I have, confidence with my friend, right? Because he's a good friend of mine. There's a lot of things I don't repeat to people that I'm told behind closed doors and told certain things. I can't speak about it because, I can't, and that's just the way life is sometimes when you're told certain things. Especially with Thomas, sometimes he's working on stories or he's working on some leads or things like that, or who he's talking to, and I can't tell people about some things because that's his, and he's a good friend of mine, and I respect his privacy. I respect his privacy, and that's how people should be. I know you talked to Jim, but today or tonight? Jim who? Donald left a trail of corruption. A child could follow. Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys, I'll be on tonight. Hopefully, I'll be doing phone calls tonight. Taking calls once again. My scope ran okay today. I haven't crashed out, so I'm kind of happy with that. So we'll be back on tonight. We'll take calls. But we'll keep an eye on the situation with the tax returns. That's coming right up. As soon as New Year's is over, get ready, guys. It's going to be a whole different world in 2019. A whole different world. You think it's been bad this 2 years? You ain't seen nothing yet. You haven't seen anything yet. It's going to get a whole lot worse. If you can't handle what's been thrown at you now, get ready. get ready, because you're going to be throwing so much shit. You're going to be like, oh my God, I need a catcher's mitt. I'm not kidding. It's going to get crazy.